Is using scent really that important? You ready to run a gun? It's time for blast off. Let's go. Hey guys, Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101. Truck talking stinky scents. Man, there's a lot of scents on the market. You got Bait Mate that you can get at Walmart. I like Smelly Jelly myself. I recently been using or trying out this new bait fuel. Like I said, guys, sometimes I'll try new stuff. Bait fuel seems pretty cool, but I tell you what, I ain't been able to smell it yet. And don't get me wrong, I ain't got the best sniffer right here. I don't quite smell all that great. No, I mean my nose. I don't smell all that great. But Mark over at Missile Base was telling me that, you know, he uses bait fuel, so that's just made a difference. But he's a Smelly Jelly guy too. But and man, that Smelly Jelly, woo! That'll make your eyes go cross. I don't care what kind you use. My personal favorite, though, is the Bass Feast. But, of course, the garlic works, too. And Lunker City has one, which I don't know if that's being discontinued or not. But they've got a natural shad enzyme type scent. I've got one. Man, growing up, it was fish formula. Woo! Yes, sir. Fish formula game fish, and fish formula shad, and fish formula crawfish. Sign me up. But are they that important? I mean, really, can you fish a bait without scent? Because think about it, most baits today are made with scent. Probably my favorite of all of them is probably the missile baits, because that just, man, you walk into the showroom, it's like, oh, scent. Or the first time I ever walked in the showroom, the lady's like, can I help you? I was like, wait a minute, just enjoying the smell. I'm just smelling that anise. I mean, even when I made my plastic worms, I put anise in there. Sometimes scent that you get at the store. I don't know if it stays on there or not, but me personally, I use scent, one, to mask my hands. After holding the worm while you put the hook on and everything, I kind of use the scent to mask that. Sometimes I'll use the Bang spray, especially like the garlic, and I'll might just one time hit the skirt of a spinnerbait. Don't put too much on there because, you know, I'm using rubber here, so it'll gum it up if you're not careful. I mean, if you store it with the stuff still on there, it'll gum up. Learn that with fish formula. Silicone, no, you're okay. But I mean, even with silicone skirts, jigs, spinnerbaits, you know, put scent on there. All you're doing is you're taking the smell of that silicone off of that skirt and making the scent the more dominant thing. Plus, once you handle it, same thing. What about crankbaits, stuff like that? I don't really mess with crankbaits, jerkbaits, stuff like that. I just pull them out of the box, snap them on, and start throwing them. I don't really worry about scent when it comes to that. You know, so as far as crankbaits, jerkbaits, topwater, especially topwater, you don't need to put scent on the topwater. But me, I personally do it because I'm just masking my scent on the bait so the bass can't smell it. I mean, yeah, you know, when you drop the bait in the water, you can kind of see the gasoline looking kind of coloration, rainbow stuff coming up on the water, and that's what's dispersing underwater. But the thing is, it's floating. So whether a bass actually smells that or not, that's questionable. I'm looking at it more as them grabbing it and tasting that scent and holding on to it a split second longer so you can get that hook in there. That's the only reason I use scent. And I think too, if you're using a worm and they grab it by the tail, and you taste that scent, they'll grab the rest of it. Perfect example, Senko, full of salt, and they inhale it. So scent, I think, is important. If you're not using scent, I think you should give it a shot. If anything, and I always mention this all the time, Walmart, because it's so easily accessible to a lot of people. Walmart's got the Bait Mate Classic, which is the original Bait Mate formula that they made back in the very late 80s. And it's the closest thing to fish formula. Original fish formula. But I'll be honest with you, I do have, like I said, I've been trying bait fuel. And I'm still using bait fuel, but I also use the Smelly Jelly, especially in the Bass Feast. But they have other flavors too. Just don't eat them. Like, ooh, garlic. No, you don't want to do that. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Do y'all use scent? Because I definitely use it. So until next time, remember, new techniques are trendy, but bass never change. May the Father bless you and keep you in Yeshua's name. And as always, fish on. Because sense makes sense. Get it?